In one of the workshops that I facilitated recently, one of the participants asked me a question that I've not been asked often, and I really appreciated it. Dr. Medina, is it still difficult to be a queer educator? And the answer is absolutely yes. I shared with them that an assistant principal who attended one of my sessions gave feedback to district leadership and said, Dr. Medina's research is fantastic. He's a really strong facilitator, but he is just too feminine and too gay. Luckily, the district ignored those comments and continued our collaboration together. But that was really deeply hurtful. I also shared with the participants that there were many other instances that we could get into at some other time, but I'd like to share some of them with you at this moment. As a principal, I had a family that came into my office and said, we think that that kindergarten teacher is gay and we'd like to have our child removed from that classroom. And I had to stand my ground and really stand up for the teacher and explain that bias and prejudice wasn't a reason to pull a child out of a classroom. Luckily, district leadership supported my decision, and so the child was not pulled from the classroom. The family instead ended up deciding to change schools. But I'm glad that we stood our ground. There's also been many instances where others have been pretty horrific. I facilitated a session in another school district where after I facilitated, the district leader apologized for the fact that I happened to mention my husband in passing. And so these are the realities that we have to face. When I first got hired as a teacher over 25 years ago, my first principal gave me the job and then said I would tone it down a little bit, which at that moment I stayed quiet and I wasn't able to defend myself. And even just about a month ago, I was on a Zoom meeting with a district leader who wanted 15 days of service to provide professional learning, job-embedded coaching for teachers and administrators in dual language settings. And that's exactly what you want. You want to have a continuous improvement plan. But the last thing that the leader said was, Dr. Medina, we know that you're very proud of being gay. We just like for you not to say that out loud. I mean, all of us know that you are, but our community wouldn't want you to say that out loud. And so I thanked them for their time, but also explained that I was not the person to collaborate with them on improving their dual language programming, because I have to own myself. So for those of you that are out there that are queer educators, I just want you to know that I see you, and I want to remind you that you are fabulosity embodied, and you deserve to be in exactly the position that you are, serving students and their families, because children need representation. Snap, snap, ándale. Go positively impact the world.